make a networking application using async, await, and actors, which are functionalities that are provided in SwiftUI 5.5 and beyond. So let's get started. This is a new SwiftUI project that I have opened. So we have this API in which you can see there is album ID, title, URL, thumbnail, URL. So we will start coding the application. So first of all, we will make a struct of the data type that we have. So we will not use album ID as we don't need it right now. So we will make use of ID, then title, string, URL, thumbnail, and finally we will make a networking layer. So now I'll make use of async, which will use throw syntax and give us post. Now inside it I will make use of guard statement, and I will populate the URL that I have. So over here I will make use of URL session. First of all, let me pull data from it. So I will use await syntax and URL session, which is a singleton, and then I will make use not of this syntax but of this syntax. And what I will do is that I will pass in the URL, and then I will make use of the do catch try block. Inside it, what I will do is that I will use JSON decoder and use the decode functionality. So what I'll be decoding is basically the array of post, and then the data that I'll be passing will be this one, and then I will populate the catch. Inside the catch I will display the error simply, and then I will display the localized description of this. If this thing fails, then I will return simply nil array. So this, guys, is the networking part of it. So now I will start working on the image loader functionality. So essentially it will be a final class. I'm marking it final so that it will make use of direct dispatch, meaning the retrieval will be fast for the values for this final class. So I'll abide it to observable object, and I'll use publish wrapper for it, and then I will declare an image, UI image. I'm not declaring an image because essentially we will be getting the UI image, which we will then use to populate async image, which you will see in a moment how we will do that. So this is the constructor of it. Basically this will be optional, and so it will essentially populate URL and then I will make use of the load function. So basically it will make use of the URL and return as a guard statement. Then I will finally make use of await syntax. So I will use data await will come here. So essentially the output of URL session will be utilized here, and the syntax I will use for it is again from. So I will pass URL and I will pick the image that will essentially be UI image. So basically I will pass the data over here. So essentially I will carry out this task inside dispatch queue. Let me import SwiftUI and foundation frameworks. So these errors will be gone. So dispatch main async. So inside it I will essentially be populating the value of the image, and then I will complete this catch block over here. Similarly print the value of the error, which is localized description over here. So image loader is done. Now we will move on to the control that we will use for displaying the image. So let's get started with it. So it will abide by the builder pattern that we are making use of. So this will be the state object. It will be the state object because we want the data to update the state of our control, which is image loader. Image loader will provide the data. That data will finally be used to update this control. So we will have placeholder. We will then make use of image. So it will be essentially UI image giving us image. Okay, and then let's come to the constructor part of it. So inside the constructor, what we will do is that we will have a URL. We will have a view builder that will essentially be our placeholder. What it will contain is it will provide us placeholder, and as for this one, it will provide us image. And so what it will do is that it will return image over here. By default it will be basically a blank image. So that's all. So this will be image, this will be the place where we will populate the state object basically. So let's pass the URL over here. So this is that. Now comes the body part. So in the body part, we will be populating the content, and which will on appear perform load operation from the loader. So once that is done, what we will do is that we will populate the content part of it. So what comes in content is basically a group. So group is a control in which you can perform conditional tasks. For instance, if you are not sure which control to display over here, you can make use of the group. Here what I will do is that I will populate the image which is coming from the loader. Otherwise I will show placeholder. So this will be just complaining. Anyways, let's get started. So now we will populate the view model. We will make use of the API service that we created. Essentially what we will do is that we will fetch post from that and populate them here. And then comes our content view, which will essentially be a struct abiding to the view protocol. And then as usual, we will be having state object, which will represent view model. That is because if there is a change in view model, we want it to reflect on our content. So we will populate navigation view, and then inside it we will make use of list control. So the list control will make use of view model, and we will get posts from the view model, and then inside it we will get the post and use it to populate the content. So first of all, we will use navigation link because we intend to use routing to the detail view. Which we will create in a while. And then there is this label control. So what this does is basically it lets us display content inside it. In this case, we will display async image. That is the control we have made on the top. So basically what it will does is thumbnail URL will come here, and placeholder will be progress view. So then what we will do is that we will give navigation title, which in this case let's make it latest posts. And apart from that, this will come the list bracket. Then we will use the task, because remember, whenever we call await syntax, we make use of a task mechanism. So task will be called when user will come on this page. So now we will code the detail view. So basically it will be a struct that will abide to view protocol, and essentially what it will create is, what it will contain is object of post and body like the other view. So we will make use of vstack. Inside vstack we will make use of the image control that we made at the top, and then we will put the URL attribute in the post over here, and inside the placeholder we will basically call progress view as we did on the top. Image size will be height of 200, and text will be basically title from the post attribute. So guys, that's it. I wonder why this is coming. Let's check it. Okay, sorry, my bad. Okay, so we have to return empty array over here. Let's format it. My bad, sorry. So basically we are passing in UI image and we are getting image out of it. So this was the error here, it's fixed, so now it should work fine. So as you can see, the text is not appearing for some reason. Let's see why is that. So basically, as you can see here, we are not displaying text. So now you can see text is displayed, and this is a detail view, this is an image, and this is title of it. So yeah, our app is complete. I will share the link of the app with the YouTube video. You can have access to it. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching the video till the end, and subscribe if you haven't. It will encourage me for making such content for you in future. Have a nice day.